blindfolded me, turned me upside down, and told me the question in Japanese. And I don't speak Japanese. The #1 top tip that I am so happy I did. What's happening, you know? What's going on? Yo, so do you have any plans this weekend? Oh, that's cool, that's cool. How's your boyfriend? Alright, okay. But GCSE history, let's get to the tips. #1, you need to be using YouTube. If you're revising history and you don't have YouTube, what are you even doing? You're just wasting your time at this point. Come on, sis. If you go to my playlist, there will be 5 playlists for GCSE history for the topics I did, 2 for interwar years because I was desperate and I didn't really pay attention at this point because this is the end of year 11, so I wasn't really late. Then history of medicine, what did I even do? Elizabeth, and whatever other topic I did. America, yeah, that's what I did. So make sure you go search up AQA, Edexcell, OCR, GCSE history, blank, and especially for things like America, put the specific time period and there will be a playlist. There will be a playlist, I promise you. Crash Course is an amazing thing. I don't know if it's John Green or Hank Green, I don't remember. I do believe it's John, but they just break down a lot of things, and not just for history. If you're doing computer science, you guys need to be over there. But yeah, YouTube is just so much easier than reading the textbook because it's giving you the stuff in a visual format that you will remember a lot more easily. It just makes sense. The next thing you need to do, this is the biggest thing I have to say, the #1 top tip that I am so happy I did in that little half-term break just before the GCSE history is looking at the lesson plans. Because history is a weird one and you can choose different topics depending on where you are, the spec isn't really like a useful spec. So I went through the lesson plans and I turned all of the topics into a tick list, because I'm telling you right now, some of those names in the lesson plan were not in the revision guide or the textbook, and vice versa. What I found is that the lesson guide and like spec, I guess, versus the revision guide and textbook for history, there's a big difference. They have different things, so you need to make sure that you're bridging the gap, because as much as you want to believe that the revision guide is your bread and butter, I'm sorry, it doesn't include everything. Same for the textbook, and you need to just make sure that you're getting everything you need to know. The next step is to please pay attention in class. Please. When I paid attention in class, history was good. It was like the last few weeks I was just like, yo, so do you have any plans this weekend? Oh, that's cool. How's your boyfriend? Alright, okay. I was just like talking, like I wasn't taking it seriously at this point, and that's something I really regret, especially because interwar years was the one topic I did that I'd never had any experience in before. But yeah, pay attention in class as much as you can. And for example, okay, a lot of people blame terrible teachers for their terrible grades, but when you realize you have a terrible teacher, what you need to do is bring your own stuff and do your own thing if you can. Not saying that I ever did that, but you need to make sure you take responsibility for your own learning, because at the end of the day, it's your qualification, your life, your future. You see where I'm going with this? The next thing I would say is exam technique. So one thing I like doing was looking at the mark scheme and revising from it to see, okay, what do they want? Why are they giving you marks? Like, what do you get points for? Like, what's going on? You need to break it down exactly so you know just what's happening, you know, what's going on. So with me, I actually really struggled with exam technique for the first year of GCSE history, but once I got it, that was 99999, like my grades, calling the police. And another thing I did was sorry, I just had a mind malfunction. I was doing so many practice questions and giving my poor teacher, thank you so much, miss, I really genuinely appreciate it, but I was every lesson or every other lesson giving her a 12-mark question or this mark question or a whole paper for her to mark for me, because it's not like science where it's a right or wrong, it's like an essay thing. So that was something that I did I was really grateful for, because when I walked into the exam, you could have blindfolded me, turned me upside down and told me the question in Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese, and I would still have been able to do really well. And when you do the practice, you get better at it, you get faster at it, you will be able to time manage even more. And yes, you have an extra 30 minutes, 15 minutes in each exam, I think, I don't even remember, but that's not a lot of time, and it's so much writing. Like, there's just so much, you can't even lie. For me, I was very frustrated. I was like, why am I doing 4 topics for history? Just give us 3 topics. It's way too much. But yeah, you just have to practice. The next thing is flashcards. I will try and put it on screen because I genuinely don't remember, like, since GCSE is like goodbye. But I spoke to someone who's older, and this right here that you should be seeing is how you should structure a history essay in general, and if you can apply that to GCSE, that's amazing. So you need to be having your facts and your stats. So in my mocks I said the sale of, I don't even know, like tobacco or something increased between 19 this and 19 that, because teenagers went from having $1/$2 to $5 to $10 of disposable income. You see where I'm going? So yeah, make sure you're backing everything up, and also try to relax. It's overwhelming, it's difficult, it's not easy, and everyone's in the same boat as you. It is not easy. Have I said that? It's not easy. It's not an easy subject. It's overwhelming. It's a lot more than it probably should be. And you have to understand the grade boundaries will probably reflect it. We had a difficult question on medieval medicine. I remember specifically my teacher told me when she taught us this won't come up, and I was like, miss, you just jinxed it, it's gonna come up. Did it come up? Yes, it came up. Were people prepared? No, because it's such a small topic, but they can test you on anything, and yeah, it's frustrating and it's difficult, but you can't really change anything about it, so you have to just do the best you can where you are. My final tip is to watch horrible histories. Sounds rudimental, sounds childish, but the majority of what I know, my contextual knowledge, was from horrible histories. So yeah, as always, share this with someone taking history who's panicking because they realize just how much it is, you know. Let's help each other. If you have your own tips and advice, comment it down below, because I know not all of you guys are year 9s and 10s. Some of you are older. If you're taking A-level history, please give us your wisdom down below. And as always, make sure you're wonderful people, smile, subscribe, study hard, slay hard, and I will see you again very soon.